Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Neha. I make video on tech and my life in the UK. We all are hearing nowadays that a lot of people who are applying for the jobs are saying that they have applied for 100 plus job but they are not getting any response, and the most famous one is the recruiters are ghosting them. And in today's video I'm going to talk more about it. The reason is because 3 weeks ago I posted a job opening and I got 200 plus network request, sorry, connection request, and I got 100 plus messages, and out of that only two profiles were matching. And then it made me wonder that the way people are approaching for this job posting is not correct or could be improved, and that's what I'm gonna talk in this video. Now, few disclaimer here. First, I'm not gonna talk about resume, how your resume should look, how your portfolio should look, how your keywords should be. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm only gonna talk about other stuff. Basically, once you see a job posting and the next steps you are taking. Another disclaimer is I know this is a desperate time. There are a lot of people in the market. Market is very competitive right now. Layoffs are happening. Desperate time needs desperate measures or action, and we are doing what we can do, and hence we are applying to each and every job. I'm gonna talk about this more in the end of this video, but I do acknowledge that market is right now very harsh. So let's start with the context and then I will start talking about what can be improved. So 3 weeks ago I posted this video. As I told you, I got messages, 200 plus connection request messages, and only two resumes were not resume profiles were matching. And out of that two, actually one to the one person I myself reach out, because I met that person in a meetup at London. I check with that person if still looking for a job, and then I requested for resume. So basically, all in nutshell, I just got one resume. So, and then I actually got frustrated because the kind of DMs and the profiles and the messages I was getting was very frustrating, and that made me wonder that this is my one time job posting. I can feel for the recruiters hiring people and managers how frustrating it is for them. And then it actually made me realize that that's why might be they are not responding, they are ghosting, or the people are not replying or giving you call once you have hit the apply button. And that's what I'm gonna talk about, that what are those why thing. So the first thing is people are not reading the job post carefully. Here I have not written a very long post, it's pretty short one, but still people were not reading it. So most of the profiles and messages I got were not UK based. I have very clearly mentioned that location UK based candidates only. Still, most of the profiles were not based in UK, and I already written no sponsorship available. And when you are not reading the job post carefully and you keep applying blindly, what will happen? No one is gonna reply to you, and you will feel bad that why I'm not getting a response. Second thing is I have requested for a senior front end developer. There were few people who reach out to me who were in college. I do understand that the college might be you are the very good developer, you have work on 40 projects or 10 projects and they are complex. But when it comes to the roles like senior tech lead, engineering manager, architect, they are looking not just for tech skills, they're also looking for non-tech skills, especially like have you worked with cross team, have you worked on the business requirement, have you challenged the product team, have you challenged the business team, how you have handled the complex people management issue, or how you have navigated a very tight deadlines either by delivering or either by changing the business delivery date. So these are the all things come. And also, have you worked on a project where you have deployed to a lot of customers rather than just a hobby project? So I do acknowledge that might be you have very good skill as compared to the other engineers who are having higher experience than you. But when the company asking for senior or particular experience, it's not just about tech skills, it's a combination of that. So if it's written senior front end developer, you are still in college, my friend, you are not the right candidate. So if you keep applying, they won't reach out to you. Your resume will get rejected there only. The next thing is about tech stack. I have mentioned React.js and TypeScript, but I was getting the profile from Java and other background. Now I do understand that we encourage, you don't need to meet 100% of the job requirement, what is written in job description. But if you will understand, every job has primary and secondary skills. Secondary skills are must to have. Secondary skill is good to have, not must to have. So let's drop that. Now, in primary skills, you might have 10 things to do, but out of that, if you are meeting the core skills, you are good to apply. So, if I will take an example of front end developer, the 10 requirement could be like you should know front end, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, you should know how to integrate API, you should know performance, you should know accessibility, you should know SEO, you know Node.js, you know deployment. All these things are there. Now, when we say you don't need to meet 100%, it means it's okay if you don't know SEO, if you don't know performance, if you don't know how to do deployment. But the core of this job is you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. This is the core. If you say, oh, I don't know CSS, but I know Tailwind CSS, that is also kind of you can apply, because rest they can, check your skills during interview. But if these are the requirement and you are saying, I know deployment only because I have worked as a DevOps, I can apply for this job. No, my friend, that's wrong. No. Similarly, the Java folks who were applying for this job, in their resume, they have mentioned React.js, but in their job description, in their work details of the project, what are the details, what are the work they have done, they haven't mentioned React.js. So I asked them, can you please provide more detail in the resume? What React.js work you have done? And the response was like, oh, I never actually work in the company on React.js, but I did some hobby project, which is also fine, but at least put that. But based on the basis of just one hobby project, which is just on your portfolio and no one has used it, there is no scalability, there is no performance thing, there is no criteria, someone has judged the code quality and everything, then there are chances that your profile will get rejected and you are not gonna hear them again from them. So this is the first thing. Please read the job post carefully. You need to understand what are the core ask, location, tech stack. These are the two, and the role which you are applied. It's a senior, junior, and so ever. So it's very important. If you are not doing these things, you might get ghosted, your application might get rejected, and you will never get a notification. Okay. Now the next thing, which is very interesting, which is I am interested gang. I haven't written in this post anywhere, right, I am interested. I just wrote, if you are interested, please send your resume only. No cover letters or long intros needed. It is so sad to see that we are engineers, we are on LinkedIn, we know all these click bait and engagement farming, yet we are writing I am interested. We are so blindly following the trend that we forget to read the post. My friend, the job openings are the ultimate goal to be on LinkedIn. And if you are not reading this post carefully and you are just writing I am interested, I'm sorry. The people, the recruiters who are serious for hiring managers who are serious for hiring, why would they ask you write I am interested? So let's assume I am a hiring manager and you are writing I am interested. Now you are expecting that I will go to each and every profile who wrote I am interested. I will review their profile, and if I like it, then I will request them, can you send me your resume and contact info? And if your LinkedIn is not updated, then I will again request you, can you please send me your resume? Versus if you will directly send me your resume and I will have a check and I will just talk to you if you are shortlisted. Which one would be the better and the faster? Obviously, sending the resume directly. No one has time to go through the LinkedIn profile like this. I am interested, I am interested. The people who are doing this, who are asking to write I am interested, it's a clickbait or engagement farming. That's it, nothing more than that. And the most importantly, I haven't even said to write I am interested. I just requested for a resume. So please stop writing I am interested. If someone is still asking you to write I am interested, you need to cross check, are they genuinely hiring or they are just doing it for the engagement. So, and now the another thing, the third thing related to the same is sending hi DMs. This is 2025. Everyone, every engineer who is technical, they know that sending just hi message is an incomplete message. Please write the whole message. There were few people who wrote me message like, hi, I saw your post, I am interested. Again, my friend, read the post carefully, send me your resume. Then there were posts like, hi, saw your post, you are hiring. That's it. What you are expecting? You are applying for a senior engineer role. Forget the seniority. Even if you are a junior, everyone is using WhatsApp. Even on WhatsApp, we don't leave on writing hi. It's a basic communication skill. I don't respond to anyone who write incomplete message. The reason is because we all are technical engineers here, and as I told you, it's 2025. We have passed through COVID state where we learn all these digital communication etiquettes. So please stop writing hi. Please stop writing incomplete messages. Recruiters and hiring managers are very, very busy. I got 100 plus DMs in just few days. My heart was going for all these recruiters and hiring managers. For me, it was just a one time thing. For them, this is a full time job. Please try to understand from their point of view. Try to make their job easy by writing the full message. So please take care of that. Now, the next thing is sharing your portfolio and GitHub. So, though I clearly wrote send your resume, it's totally fine you are sending your portfolio or GitHub. But there were two issues which you should go back and check. Let me start with portfolio. I got few portfolio, but the issue was that portfolio was not having their resume. Second problem was that there was no information how to contact you. There was no email ID. Third thing was there were projects, but those project was missing information that what was your role in that. So if you have put a portfolio out there, a project, like for example, you put your to-do list project, but what was your role? You build it end to end or you own some modules? What modules you own? What you did? What was the improvement or what was the thing you are most proud of? So these informations were missing from portfolio and I was so confused that what shall I do it, because it's not talking about what are your, I know you did React, JS and TypeScript, but how much experience you have in every project, what was your role, what you achieved, what you improved, those things were missing. And the most important thing is if I will forward that portfolio to the hiring people, there is no way they can contact you. Now you would say, but you have my LinkedIn profile, so you can reach out to me, you can give my LinkedIn profile to them. But my friend, the point is again the same. Why you are making the life of hiring manager and the recruiter so hard? Why don't you put all the contact information in your portfolio only? And the best thing is make your resume like one stop place where all your career related information is. So it should have all your portfolio, all your project detail or your work detail, company's detail, and your contact information, your LinkedIn and GitHub. Because again, I got 100 plus messages. I will forward your resume to hiring manager. The hiring people will be having 100 of such portfolios. Now imagine there will be higher probability that they will missed out that from where we got this portfolio. And on your portfolio, if there is no way to contact you, then how they will reach out to you? So this could be another reason that why you might not be getting the call. Now let's talk about GitHub. Because I have requested for resume, there was a reason. The reason was because I will just forward all those resume to hiring team. Now again, if you will giving me GitHub is missing all contact information, your projects details and everything. And the most important thing which a lot of people didn't, we, none of them did, was they haven't pointed me that which project shall I check. They just handed me their GitHub handler, and I went to their GitHub to check if I will get something on which I can make a case. Because this is first time, this is the only one time I'm doing, so I thought let me do this. But I don't think so hiring manager or recruiter will do that. Recruiter is a non-tech person, so that person doesn't know anything. So whenever you are sharing your GitHub, do mention which project to refer to. Have your resume there also, so that if they like your profile, they can try to reach out to you. There was one person who has a GitHub, so I thought provided me GitHub. I thought that it's fine, they might have their email ID in GitHub. I saw that they have linked their this GitHub to their secondary GitHub. I have no idea. So please simplify, please make your recruiter and hiring manager life easy. Have your resume always handy with all your information of GitHub, LinkedIn, your company details, the work you have done. There are chat gpt, there is Reddit. With chat gpt you can give your resume and ask for changing your reviewing your resume and change it as per the job description. On Reddit you can share your resume and people will there help you to make your resume better. So please take the help of that. Now the next thing is related to the visa. Now because this was a UK based job and I have written no sponsorship available, I got a few requests where they require visa but they haven't read the post, as I mentioned in the first point. Now the one of the thing which one of the message which stand out was the person was working in USA, and I asked that person that is your visa will let you work in UK, and the reply was, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you have a visa, you're applying for senior position, you should know if you can work in the country where you're applying. And this is I won't say it's wrong, but as a senior person who is applying for a cross country or overseas opening, you should be very clear, and so that you can tell the recruiter or hiring manager that you need the visa, you don't need the visa. There is no point to have a conversation where you don't know and you cannot work on your current visa. And after that, all after this visa conversation, at the end, that person cannot work. That person require a visa to work in UK, which already mentioned in the post won't be available. And then that person mentioned me that, oh, I worked on progressive web app, and I was like, okay, good. And then the response was like, no, I can work on progressive web because you have work. What the meaning was that person was assuming that I was hiring for my team, and because there is a progressive PWA post on my LinkedIn, the person is was trying to convince me that he also worked on PWA, so we can work together. And I have to I have to remind him that can you please read the post again. It's not, I'm not hiring, it's for my friend, and there is no PWA required. So again, going to back to point one, please read the job posting very carefully, look at the code, ask what is for you, what is for them, and then go and apply for the job. There were two resumes which I received for this opening, which actually was meeting that senior front-end developer, tech stack was correct and no sponsorship available. One thing was missing was the visa detail on the resume. If I remember correctly, in one of the resume, it was mentioned that no visa required, or on which visa the person is. Like on my resume, I have clearly mentioned that I am on this particular visa and I don't require visa support from the company. Now why this is important? This is important because like so many people have applied, and if you are someone who doesn't require visa but you haven't mentioned in your resume, there is higher chances that the recruiter or hiring manager will assume you need the visa, and they will just put your resume on the lot of rejection. So it is always better to put your visa information in your resume. So yeah, these were the few things which I think, if we when we are applying for the jobs, if we will do improvement, might be there are chances that recruiters won't ghost us. Might be, I'm not saying 100% follow this and recruiters won't ghost you, but it is a kind of a sanity check which we can do from ourselves before reaching out to recruiters and hiring managers. And this will, I strongly believe this will help, because if I will see, I got 100 plus messages, out of those only two profile match. So 98 messages were all about the same message. Have you read the post? It is a UK based. No, it's a senior front end developer. You doesn't match. Your tech stack is not matching. So I was repeating the same thing again. And for any hiring manager and recruiter, it would be frustrated, very frustrating. So if these 98 people would have read the post carefully, they would have, saved themselves from the message like, sorry, you are not matching. Yeah, so this is all about this video. I just wanted to make it so that if someone out there is struggling to get the answer why the recruiter is ghosting, why they are getting rejections, they might be able to reflect back on their approach. And I hope this will help. Let me in the comment section if you have any question. I hope this will help you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.